Hello and welcome back to Hof Bergmann. Well, we have weeds. We've also got rain on the way. Ah dear. So, let's hop in the John Deere tractor and start weeding. Actually, it'd be better to do it with this one, wouldn't it? Yes. Because that has already got narrow tiles on it. So we'll pop that off there. Oh, crikey. Urgh. Really should watch where I'm going. Hopefully the weeds aren't too developed that we can't do it with the hoe. Otherwise we're going to need to spray them actually. Let's just hop out and see. Yeah, weeds, medium, hoe. Good. So we'll do this field and the soybean field. And then it'll be time to start selling stuff. We need to sell stuff. Yes, we need to progress as well. We also could do with getting rid of a lot of chickens and ducks because they're the things that are really going to use all our money up in terms of food. And we can concentrate on the bigger animals like the sheep and the pigs and the cows. But I think if we just let them run out of food, we've got loads of eggs. We've got so many eggs. We're going to get those down to the bakery. And I think that if the chickens and geese and everything run out of food, they just stop producing eggs. But they can still... Oh no, they go down in health, don't they? So we do need to keep them healthy to put into the butchers. Maybe we should just sell loads of them. Anyway, first of all, as I said, we shall sort the weeds out in these fields. And then we'll think about selling some things. Just ignore that little crash at the end there. I'm sure everything is just fine with my expensive machinery. So anyway, yeah, the weeds have been cleared from both this field and the sorghum field, which is just fantastic. We can now put the hoe away for the year. That's all the field's done. It is a heavy piece of kit. I'm glad I've got this weight on the front. So we'll put it over the back here. Excuse me. We'll put it over the back here. We're going to get all the geese sold. Or put into the butchers at least. Right, that is that done. We are going to have to spray some fertiliser on the sorghum field. But at the moment, we're okay. I imagine The grass field is probably ready to cut again as well. But yeah, we've got a lot going on, basically, at the minute. So we'll get the geese, or as many of the geese as possible, loaded into the butchers. And we'll sell the rest. Chickens are still producing a lot of eggs, but I think the amount of eggs is increased by the amount of geese we've got as well. But I think, yeah, it would be good to get the chickens and ducks sorted too. Maybe we'll keep chickens, and ducks and geese could both be sold. Right. Yeah, see, there's no health. They're not healthy at all. I don't know whether that's going to affect the butchery, because they've run out of food, you see. Chickens and ducks haven't run out of food, but the geese have. So I don't know how that's going to affect their value as meat. But we're going to keep putting them in. Get the rest sold. Right. Let's unload those 5. And if we press escape, it'll freeze again. We're just going to wait a minute or so to sort itself out. Not quite a minute. It actually sorted it rather quickly. However, oh, hello. I didn't switch this on. That was a mistake. Right, where am I? Farm butchery. Goose. Activate. Good. Rabbit meat we can change to selling now. We're not going to be putting any more rabbits in. Poultry meat. Yes, need to get more of. So, I'll bring everything over here that I can, including ducks and geese, and get the rest sold. I'll catch up with you in just a minute. Well, apart from the rain, doesn't that look a lot better? All the geese are now gone or in the butchers. All the ducks have gone from here. We've got 10 in the butchers working through and another 5 in the trailer up here, ready to put in here when we can. Don't know why ducks turn to chickens in here. I suppose it's just a graphical thing. But yeah, we now need to get our flatbed trailer over there and load it up with all the wool, because that needs to go for sale. It's May. That's the best time to sell the wool. And the eggs need to go over to the bakery, so I shall get that all loaded up and then I'll catch up with you again. Lots of manual labour. Well, there we are. I think that is everything out of storage and everything. Oh, no, there's one more pallet. There we go. Ah, it wasn't a full one. That's why it didn't appear before. Right. So we'll just pop that up there and strap it on. As you can tell, I haven't got all the eggs. We have got a lot of eggs, and the bakery's not going to be working through them straight away anyway. So I believe the wool is going to the spinnery. It is indeed. Who are not going to take my eggs. So we'll tag that. And then the eggs will be going to the bakery, which is actually right next door. So that's excellent news. So we're going to make quite a bit of money off this, which is fantastic, because we need to. Cash is king. We've only got £54,000 in the bank, which in real life would be a lot, but in the game, not so much. Not sure how much Field 32 was, but it would be nice to be able to get that. What's it got in it at the minute, though? That's the trouble. Not rice, obviously. Not cotton. Parsnips. Not good. 112,000 anyway, so we can't afford that. And we don't really want parsnips, because we haven't got any means to be able to get them out of the ground. If we can, we'll have a look at combinable crops, maybe closer to harvest time. We shall see. But in the meantime, yeah, we need to sell the wool here. I think the sheep need feeding as well. Luckily we have a telehandler now, so we can definitely get them a hay bale or two in there. Alright, spinnery is on the left up here. Should be open because it's now 20 past 11 and it opens at 9. Providing it's not a weekend or some random thing like that. But nope, we are open. Gates are open and we just need to drive over here and unstrap. I think. Over here maybe. Oh no, I dropped one. Not like that, I mean. There we go. So £23,000 plus a nearly £2,000 environmental score. Although we did drop one. So there we go. Fantastic. So each of those little bales, basically nearly £1,000. Which is just incredible. They're going to make high quality jumpers. Right. That's the pub. We do not want to sell our eggs there. We will get money for them, but I don't want to get money for them. I want to put them into the bakery. Which is on the right up here. I'm probably going the wrong way down a one-way street. Which explains why that car got a bit narky. Okay. So, eggs. Ooh, crikey. That won't do the eggs any good, will it? Just unstrap that. And there we go. The eggs have gone in. So what else do we need to be able to start making cake? Bottled milk. Right. Tell you what we'll do then. Let's have a look at the dairy here. Nope, this isn't the way out. The dairy which was opposite, where we've just dropped the wool and the spinnery. I wonder if we can buy that dairy and start making bottled milk there. We could probably bring all of our milk up here and make things like cheese and butter faster. Right, here we are down here on the right hand side. It does appear to have its own forklift, so that is good to know. It means we'll probably get bigger pallets out of here than we would out of the bakery on site. Yep, it looks like we can purchase it. Do I still have my barrel to transfer the milk? I'm not sure that I do. Oh no, we might have to get a new milk transport device. Yep, appears that I may have sold that. Oh well. Right, so hopefully this should be £1. Oh no, £0. There we go. Building purchased. Fantastic. Let's head back to the farm. Actually, this trailer's got a hitch on the back of it as well. So, if we were to buy milk transporter, 24,000 to 44,000 litres. Don't think we need it quite that big. Look, old liquid tank. We can even buy an old one. Ugh. Well, it's got to be alright on the inside. It's just a little bit rusty on the outside. So we'll buy that. 5,200 litres. I can't imagine that we'll be moving more than that at once, to be perfectly honest. Oh, I appear to have driven into a wall. So we'll go and pick it up on the way back. and then we can get our first load of milk up here to the big dairy. Stop producing all those finicky little pallets down at the little dairy and start making some up here. And then I think the only thing holding us back from making cake is going to be the flour, which we have to wait. Yeah, we've got strawberries, eggs, butter. We will have bottled milk. So yeah, the flour, we are going to have to wait until harvest time. Which means we could probably skip through to June. It's possible that something will be ready to harvest in June, but I'm not 100% sure. Ah! Poop. Right, here we go. Liquid tanker. Need to get it on the back of the flatbed if we can. Gotta line it up. There we are. And that's how we get it back. I need that bale spike at some point as well. Oh look, we're bringing that too. Fantastic. Super realistic there. Okay, no, we've lost it. Okay, back to the farm. Could do with some fuel in this tractor as well. But yeah, while the rain is hammering down, moving milk and things like that are the sort of thing that we can do. When it stops raining, we'll do a load of fertiliser on the... Well, I think it's just the sorghum field, but possibly the oat field as well. Possibly. Right. Disconnect that there. We drive this around out of the way. There we are, and then we can reconnect to the milk tanker. Beautiful. Don't know how much we've got in stock. Buffalo cheese we can still carry on making here. But it's, yeah, buffalo milk still carry on making there, but regular milk we will take everything up to the dairy now. Alright, let's switch that off there for a minute while we go in and sort out the buffalo milk. They may have produced a little bit more by the time we need to leave. How are things going in here anyway? Should have quite a bit. We do. Nothing in here. Things are starting to progress really, really well on Hof Bergmann here, which is fantastic. Activate that. Beautiful. We can actually deactivate this now. Goat's cheese actually we could still produce here. That's not a bad option. Regular cheese though. Well, I'm not sure we need regular cheese now. Very good to be able to sell it in October, and we will be doing the same with this lot. But bottled milk is kind of more important for the dairy if we want to make cake. Goat's cheese, however, can still produce, which will be good. So that's the end of our cow's milk cheese making time here at Hof Bergmann. Apart from the ones that still need to appear. Right. Should be it. It is not. Right, I'll clear these ones out of the way. And then we'll head up to the dairy. Right then, here we are back up at the dairy. They're probably not used to having such a small delivery of milk, but this is where we are now. 2,300 litres should be enough to get this dairy going anyway. Obviously it would have finished it all and getting rid of it all, I should say. Do I need to turn a pump on or something? No? Or is it the front of the trailer that needs to be in the trigger? Strange. This has got an outlet on the back, hasn't it? Yeah. Oh, odd. Very strange. I wonder if there's another area around the back that I can unload. Nope, doesn't appear to be. Alright, well I'll work this out and I'll let you know what happens. Right, so it turns out just a faulty mod. The trailer. If I got myself one of these universal tanks and I switch it on, I can unload it, and a bloke appeared. A bloke appeared here, so I can go and sort that out. So what we'll do is we will go into barrels. Nope, not animal transport. What am I doing? Why could I not see? Ah, of course, it's in there. Oh, I apparently already have one. Oh, yes, that's my slurry tanker, though. Of course. Well, I'll just sell this one. We did lose a little bit of money there, but never mind. Okay, we run over to this chap here. Hello, you must be the manager of my my plant. So let's do this bottled milk here. 10 lots of bottled milk is 20 lots of milk. So we should have 4 pallets of this then. Amazing. Thank you. See you in a bit. Brilliant. So, we have a tanker which actually was £200 cheaper than the one I bought, even though the one I bought was old. and it can take a little bit more in terms of liquid as well, which I hadn't noticed when I was originally buying the tanker. I was just caught up in the charm of the one that was all rusty and the paint was flaking off. Right, let's get some fuel into the tractor on the way home. I don't know that we've got a lot left in the tank at the farm. In fact, no, let's go back to the farm. We'll get this fueled up at the farm and maybe replenish the tank with some fuel. We've got £72,990 now in the bank, which is pretty good. And I think all that's left to do today is to wait for it to stop raining and then to spray fertilizer. Bale spike there. So we have got still 1,300 litres in here. Well, we did have before I started filling the tractor up. Obviously we're getting a lot less now. Let's just add in. We've got full capacity now. Unfortunately, when I first started, the fuel started going into the tank here, which is no good for the milk. But we'll wash it out, promise. Tainted forever though. That milk is going to taste like diesel. Okay. Just park this up here for now. Beautiful. We'll get into this. I want to fill it with liquid fertilizer. There we are. Not a huge amount, but enough. We just need it to stop raining, which it says it has. But I don't believe it, because there's still stuff falling from the sky. Which is no good at all. Right, let's have a quick look at what fields we have to do. Nitrogen. So I would say yes, the oat field definitely could use some. And this could use some here. So we'll start off by doing this one. I'd say the rain had stopped enough for us to continue on this path. Do we think the GPS lines are going to line up? Yes, roughly. Give or take. Enough, anyway. Right, hopefully we'll have enough fertiliser to do this and the oat field, because this isn't taking a huge amount, but the oat field looks like it needs a lot more. So we'll see. Well, there we go. that's all finished, and so are we nearly with fuel. That's going to hit the tree. Oh, poor Boom. Love playing realistically. Anyway, yeah, that is us all done with the fertiliser. It didn't take that much at all. In fact, the oat field here only needed a tiny, tiny little bit, which is fantastic. We are getting beeped at quite a lot, obviously, with the sped up fueling that we've got as part of the mod, or real or in-game vehicle hours. You see we've done 23.6 hours on this tractor now, which is nothing really, but in the game that does put it down to quite a lot. So we need to head back up to the fuel bowser, get some more fuel if we can make it that far. If we can't, then first thing next time we'll be getting a can of fuel to get us going again. I didn't want to leave that field half finished, come up and get fuel and then come back down again, although in real life we would have done, but in the game it's a little bit better to, or easier to risk it. As you can see, the fuel level is flashing red down in the bottom right hand corner, and I'm going to hold my breath. That was an invite for you to do it too, because I don't know if we're going to make it. Come on, we can do it. Just head round the corner. Blimey, I think we're going to make it. Whew, breathe out. There we go. Refill with diesel. Yay! Well done, us. Well done, everybody. It's only a small tank on this thing as well, so from it beeping to being empty, it doesn't take very long at all. Right. Well, I'm going to put the sprayer in this shed here because that's where we are. We're here. Beautiful. Won't be needing that again anytime soon. Right, we're going to leave the episode there for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye for now.